And now, a Canadian history lesson. The baby boomers, the so-called greatest generation, and I'm using scare quotes for a reason, were the kids born immediately preceding World War II. All the war heroes came back married and got freaky like never before. This created a pyramid population with a huge group of kids that would soon need schools, a suburban backyard, and a puppy. Aww. Back to the present. If you're between the ages of 18 and 25, chances are you live with a constant buzzing noise you call your parents, who are probably boomers. My generation is unique in that we're still living at home with our parents well into our 20s, mainly because we don't have jobs, money, or any self-respect.
Look at all these filthy layabouts.
The baby boomers say.
You should stop living in a tent city and occupy yourself a job, see?
No. Stop that. Stop that right there. Instead, let's examine why my generation appears to be full of useless, self-gratifying, lazy, broke ninnies. We grew up with slogans such as, "You can be anything you want if you put your mind to it," and other such related useless fluff. I won't bore you on the details, but essentially we've been lied to all our lives that we can get that dream job, get that high-paying position, get that career that entitles us to snort coke off a hooker's ass, so long as we go to college. How many times have you heard this from your parents? If you don't want to be flipping burgers for the rest of your life, go to college. They've created this sense of shame around not going to college. And of course, considering it's been scientifically proven that people are medically retarded until the age of 25, we believe them. So we went to college and racked up $20,000 to $40,000 worth of student debt apiece. Adjusted for inflation, college has tripled in price since our parents graduated. We worked our asses off, got the grades, and passed all our classes. Great. Now where are those jobs? If you're just coming out of college now, you may be surprised to find that there isn't a very big job market for people who majored in basket weaving. That dream career you thought you were building through 4 years of higher learning and a loan so big you had to sell your organs on the black market? It doesn't actually exist. Jobs, the fat man in an expensive suit says. There are no jobs here. Ha ha ha. Because if you remember back in 2008, everyone was expecting the economy to go to shit. Quite literally, actually. The only guarantee of having a future job was if you worked in sewage. Because of that, the boomers held off on the retirement plans and continued to work well past retirement age. Remember that pyramid from before? It's now an inverted pyramid, with the boomers at the top and us at the bottom. There's more of them than there are of us, and hey, they're taking all the good jobs. No fair. Not only that, but the baby boomer generation is the healthiest, longest living generation in world history. So they don't even have the courtesy to die off properly. They're making sure there's no room for us to kick their lard asses off the top of the corporate ladder. There's simply no room, and us lesser humans are left to cling to the sides like trepidatious mountain goats or monkeys or whatever the fuck. So, I just won't go to college, you might say, if you had taken up the habit of talking out loud to yourself while sitting in front of the computer. Wrong. Can't do that either, because we all had the grand idea of going to college. Almost every worthwhile job on the market now requires a college degree or diploma of some kind, even though it didn't 30 years ago. So, let's recap. My generation has been colossally fucked over because we've been spoon-fed the idea that not going to college is shameful. We've taken out massive student loans to offset the cost of rising tuition, textbooks, and other student essentials. The baby boomers refuse to retire and make room for us to scurry up and fill their places, and the cost of buying a house has been significantly growing, partly because of the housing bubble and partly because the size of your average home is now twice the size it was in the 60s. We're all jobless, childless, cokeless, and broke. Well, it's no wonder we're putting up with our parents nagging on a constant basis. There's nowhere for us to go, and the greatest generation refuses to hire us. But hey, at least we can all flip burgers for a living.